All right, Tad, it's time to talk about our top quarterbacks for Week 9. I'm just going to jump right into it. Michael Vick is a big question mark. He wasn't even supposed to start this week.
This is my boy, and I love him this week, mostly because they're playing the New Orleans Saints.
Total bias.
I have him as my 4th
You're insane.
ranked quarterback this week. The New Orleans Saints allow 400 or more yards of offense every single week in their first 7 games. That is an NFL record.
Yeah, I mean, he ranks number 12 in fantasy points per game at the quarterback position. I think you have to be a little bit more realistic here.
Sure, you're a 12-team league, you start him, and then you look at he's playing New Orleans.
Right. I understand that. I'm not saying don't ever start him. What I'm saying is he's a number 8 quarterback on my board. It's not number 4. You're going to put him over Cam Newton, RG3. They both have great matchups against each other. Over Stafford in Jacksonville. I mean, that's kind of
say you have
ridiculous.
Any quarterback in the league, and you get to pick their opponent.
I agree. New Orleans is terrible on defense. I totally agree. But again, Michael Vick, 9 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He's fumbled the ball 9 times. So even though he might get some positive stats, he seems to regress with some negative stats as well.
3 turnovers in the last 3 games for him, though.
Okay.
Most of those came early on. He's protecting the ball. That means he's taking less
And
chances.
his quarterback is thinking about, his head coach is thinking about benching him. So what does that say about what he's doing?
Yeah, I think he's just going to light up those New Orleans Saints. And let me tell you about another turnover machine of the NFC East that I love, Tony Romo.
Why do you like guys that turn the ball over?
I love turnover
That's not good for
machines.
fantasy.
I love in that division. But this guy, he's going against Atlanta. Atlanta, decent pass defense.
Right.
It's not like you're going against New Orleans here. But I loved what he did last week. Not the 6 turnovers.
He threw for 1,600 yards. I remember,
and 300-yard receivers. And I love the way he's clicking with those guys. He's going to have to throw to keep up with this Atlanta Falcons team. I like Tony Romo.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's only allowed 7 touchdowns on the season, so you have to through the air. So you have to remember that, and they've got 10 interceptions to kind of counteract that 7 touchdowns, and 15 of the Cowboys' 19 turnovers. Tony Romo.
Yeah, well, I still have him over guys like Eli Manning against Pittsburgh, Josh Freeman against Oakland, Andrew Luck. I have Tony Romo ahead of these guys. I've actually have him only 1 spot behind Matt Ryan. I like him that much.
Yeah, I have him at 14. I like Freeman, Luck, Manning. Those guys you mentioned, I like them a lot better than Tony Romo. But the bye weeks are happening here, so you got the Rams, Patriots, Jets, and 49ers. So you're probably looking at a substitute for Tom Brady. Definitely, possibly Sam Bradford in deep leagues.
You're running Sam Bradford as your starting quarterback
That's
every
tough.
week.
I agree.
It's rough.
But
yeah, absolutely. But Matt Schaub. This is another. Let's go to a place where we have disparity here.
Okay.
Matt Schaub, you have him at number 10. You have him ahead of Romo, Freeman, Luck, Manning.
Right.
I have him at 18. I mean, explain yourself.
I mean,
here.
I know you're a big fan of calling Schwab a game manager, but Buffalo's defense. I mean, just look at what quarterbacks and running backs have been able to do against that defense all year long.
Running backs.
Right.
All right, and they're the worst defense against running backs in all fantasy football and all real football. So why not give Arian? You're already giving him the ball more than anyone else in the league. You give him the ball. Justin Forsett the ball. Just run it down their throats.
All right, so you've seen our top 24, I guess. I think Tim Hasselbeck's brother. I mean, for you to rank him at 26? How dare you?
Yeah, you have him ranked right at the bottom.
He's
of your
my last quarterback as well.
Listen, hey, he's done a pretty good job. He's won a couple games.
Please stop talking about Hasselbeck. Please stop talking about Hasselbeck. We'll throw it to you as we always do. Make sure to comment below, like this video, and subscribe to our channel. You could also hit us up on Twitter with any questions or if you want to be featured on next week's show. And we also ask you to hit us up for the running back and wide receiver. Our top list we'll share there as well.
Yeah, we'll be doing those for you as well. I'm at Tad Allen Ray, David J. Brickley.
That's right. So we'll see you guys next week for the top quarterbacks for Week 10.